in together. I'm going to put about a pinch of salt in there. I'm going to season it afterwards though. Just a pinch to begin with. We don't want a lot. And then we're going to give it a taste later on and see where we're at with it. And just adjust the seasoning if we need to. So it's all good. Right, so I'm going to pop these peppers away. I'm going to start making the flatbread as well. Flatbread is dead simple, dead easy to make. So I'm going to show you how to do that next. I've also got the olives in there. I'm going to add the olives very shortly. I'm not going to add them yet. Oh, I tell you what I do need to add. I thought I'd forgotten something. I was going to add some mushrooms to this. Or shall I? Yeah. Because I know usually they don't have any mushrooms in there. But I'm going to add a few mushrooms for mine. Very small button mushrooms. Not many though. I'm not going to have a huge deal of them, but I wanted to put some in there. And I'm also going to put some chickpeas, which is in the cupboard there. So I'm going to get some chickpeas out. So get these diced up, and I'm going to put these in here now. You don't traditionally see it, but I wanted to put some in there because I wanted a bit of a difference in there. So we're going to just braise these down. Have some nice differentiation in there. So I love mushrooms. Yeah, I mean, if you don't like mushrooms, you don't have to add them, guys. If you're not a big fan of them, you think, oh, actually, I don't like mushrooms. Just don't add them. Pretty simple. It's nothing too complicated. You know, you can kind of put the vegetables you kind of want to put in there. Do you know what I mean? If there's certain things that you don't like, maybe you're not a big fan of peppers. I mean, yeah, okay, you do require peppers for the dish mainly, but you can change it up, guys. Do you know what I mean? There's no reason why you cannot. Nobody's there to say no, you can't do this. Of course you can. You know, you're your own person. You can do whatever you want. Mr. Frightful, good morning, good sir. How are things with you? Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. It's lovely to see you. How is your day going, my friend? Chef decided to make a spicy chili tonight instead of cucumber soup. Okay, sounds awesome. Hope you enjoy the chili. Sounds bloomin' fantastic. So let's give this a bit of a mix around. So I'm going to let those mushrooms in there stew down and cook away. And what we're going to do, we're going to add the chickpeas in it. And we're going to let that stew for an hour or two. Really get the flavours on the go. So, where's my chickpeas? I did have a can of them in here somewhere. What did I do with them is the next question. Where on earth have I put them? I might have actually put them in here, possibly. No, why would I put them in there? That's a good question. They must be in that drawer. They must be. But yeah, I bought a little can of them, but I don't know where they've gone or what I've done with them. So, they must be in here somewhere. Ah, there they are. No, that's butter beans, not chickpeas. Ah, there they are. I got them. Butter beans. Don't need any butter beans, but we need some chickpeas though. So yeah, I was going to put some chickpeas in here as well. Weird Things, how are you doing? Hope you are doing well. It's lovely to see you. Do you know what that stew needs? Pinch of salt. Needs a bit of bacon, dude. How are you, chef? I'm awesome. Yeah, no, unfortunately this is a vegetarian dish, Weird Things. I know it's not your cup of tea, but you could always add some bacon if you need to. But how are things with you, man? Are you up to much? Hope you're doing well. It's lovely to see you. I'm doing fantastic. Thank you, dude. Thank you for asking. And I'm going to pop some beautiful chickpeas in here as well. So as I said, this is not like proper traditional shashuka, but I'm doing my own twist to it. So hopefully you guys will like it. If you don't, you can, you know, adjust it to the way you guys like it. There's no, like, as I said to you before, there's no, like, kind of right and wrong with this. But as long as you're on the kind of right guidelines to it, do you know what I mean? Starting to feel civilized. We've been busy a couple of weeks, and the house was being taken over by Kipple and Clutter. Had a thorough clean yesterday, and suddenly the world seems lighter. Yeah, it always feels good as well. Like, do you know what I mean? Sometimes work can get a little bit busy, and stuff can get on top, like cleaning and that. So, you know, and then after you've like done the cleaning, you feel a lot better. You feel like, oh, it's so satisfying, isn't it? Once you've done that kind of what you wanted to do, you'd be like, right, that's off the checklist, and you feel better, and you probably feel a little bit more, you know. I know what you mean by brighter, so to speak, but it is very rewarding. It's very satisfying once you get those kind of jobs done that you wanted to do. Things are good. Guess what, chef? Next week I am meeting up with Tricia from Fitness Food, and we are going to eat really chilly buffalo wings. That's awesome. I hope you have a lovely time, my friend. That sounds fantastic. Did you answer my question? I might have missed it. Let me have a look. What did you ask me? Let me scroll up a sec. Just wondering when when you go shopping, do you especially buy branded items, or do you just get them what's best value? Ah, there we go. No, I missed the question. Sorry about that. I don't really kind of go for branded items as such. The thing I go for, I look on the back of the ingredients and the values on the back of the packet. That's the first thing I go for. So yeah, I kind of don't really go for branded or cheap value or anything like that. I have a look like what it's from. It also depends what I'm buying. If it's like meats and things, if I could like get hold of a proper farmer's or a butcher's, I'd probably buy from there. Do you know what I mean? I just need to search around a little bit more to find that, so I could just avoid buying supermarket stuff. Yes, it's cheaper from supermarkets, but I actually do prefer buying quality food, and I know where my foods kind of come from. But depends. If it's like vegetables and things, I'm not too fussed to an extent, but I guess I do like to use local produce more than anything. That's my love and goal of things, to buy and eat foods from local foods that you can get hold of. So I guess it's a bit of both, really. I do have a look like for branded brands. No, I'm not too concerned, but like from kind of have a bear in mind of like where it's from, and I also have a look like what's the values in it, and I also like kind of think about what is it. So I kind of do a bit of a mixture, really, of what the kind of item is. I don't really buy like super value kind of things because I know they're poorly made. Do you know what I mean? So I have a bit of both, and also look at the price as well. So you kind of, you just kind of balance it up a little bit. Yeah, you kind of look at the best quality and the best value, and you also like, regardless of like what's in there as well. I mean, like, is there lots of sugars in there? Some cheap value stuff are like topped up with sugars, or even the high branded ones are topped up with sugars. So you just got to be very careful with what you're buying. You just got to have a look into it, have a read, and then use it if you want to. I always have a look on the back of cans and things just to see what I'm using, what the values are. I think it's important to kind of realize what you're putting in your body, so to speak. So yeah, no, definitely. Right, that stew's on the go. So we're going to let that kind of simmer down. I'm going to bring this up to a medium heat, and then I'm going to turn it down. And what we're going to do, we're going to make the charred bread next, or the flat bread, sorry. So what I'm going to do is get myself some weighing scales. Fantastic. What we're going to do, grab ourselves a bowl. I'm going to weigh out a little bit of, look. So I need, so look, actually, rewind that. I'm going to need to weigh that out in a second. I'm going to weigh out the liquid and the yeast first. So I think I want about 150 of almond milk. Yeah, 150 ml. So let's grab that. Cheeky funnels. So what we want to do, so it's about 150 ml. Yeah, it's around about there. Awesome. So I think I need to open a new carton. So this is almond milk, which I use, which is unsweetened, unroasted. It's a fantastic product. I use this instead of milk. It's a great antioxidant. It's got great vitamins in there. It's got calcium in there as well. It's a great alternative. It's a little bit more expensive, but believe you me, I think it's worth the money more than anything. I don't drink a huge deal of milk, so it doesn't cost me that much. Some handy tips. Sorting out the family diet starting after half term. We've started doing that as well. Yeah, exactly. I think it's important to kind of like look after yourself. If you want any kind of more tips or anything that you kind of really want to kind of concentrate on, just give me a shout. I'm more than happy to help. Another gamer girl. Wolfie, good morning, my friends. How are things with you? It's lovely to see you. Did you have a nice day at work yesterday? Did you have a nice day Thursday? Lovely to see you again this morning. Good morning, Chef and chat. Getting ready for work as usual. No problem, my friend. I hope you have a lovely day today as well. What have you been up to apart from obviously work? I hope it's been all good for you. Yesterday I put £30 of fish fillets and £40 of chicken legs quarters on hold for tomorrow's event, and bought £10 of dry beans. Holy moly, that's a lot of foodage. But yeah, I hope the event for the weekend goes well for you. I hope you also have nice weather as well. So my fingers are crossed, and I hope it all turns out good for you, my friend. I find that the Sainsbury's free from almond milk is just as good as the Outpro. Bonus, it's £1 cheaper. Oh, really? Okay. Does it have like 0% sugar in there as well? What's that one like? So, put this in the bin. So yeah, that's a great alternative. I mean, if it's got 0% sugar and it's exactly the same, Maybe I'll have a look. So you said it's in Sainsbury's, did you? See, you teach chef. I'm not all about teaching you guys. You guys teach me a few things or two. I'll go check that out. Thank you for the tip. Because, yeah, it is. It's like £1.70 for this Alpro one. It is a little bit expensive. But if it's £1, holy moly, I'm going to go stock up. I'm going to pop down to Sainsbury's and take the whole aisle of it. After the old people running after me with it. Where are we at now? That doesn't even count the pork. Oh, okay, wow. That's slightly over £100 of meat alone. Jeez. So lots of cooking then for sure. I'm pretty sure it does. I can't check the bottle. I've run out. Oh, okay, no problem. I'll have a little look around. What did you say the name was of it another game ago? Where are we at now? Fellow wolf, indeed. So, what we're going to do, we've got 150 ml of almond milk in here, guys. And we're going to put in about a teaspoon of instant yeast. So, for everyone who's just tuning in, what we're making today, we're making shakshuka, which is very, very different to, I've never really made it before, but it's a North African dish. So, it's basically like a spicy vegetable tomato stew. With lots of lovely flavours in there, some olives as well, topped up with and we put some eggs in there to braise in the pan and to cook out. We'll put a lid on it and it'll kind of braise on its own. And we're serving it with a flat bread, but I'm going to be doing a nice flat bread with the one I use for the yogurt, so it's nice and soft. I'm going to put some coriander in there or cilantro with some garlic in there, and we're also going to be doing mint yogurt as well. So slightly different to what you usually see. But it's all good, all good. I'm going to put a lid on this because I really want this kind of like starting to stew down. It's not doing much at the moment. So let's find a lid for this. Hopefully a see-through lid. Magic. I love it when it happens. Right, so that's going to stew down, and we're going to cook that down nicely. So just to get that on the go, might get rid of it later on. It's just Sainsbury's own one. It's free from range. Is it possible to swap almond milk in when you're using yeast? How do you mean now? Is it possible to swap the almond milk in when using... Oh, you mean so like you use normal milk? Is that what you mean another game ago? Yeah, usually it is actually milk with the recipe I've got. So I've switched it over with almond milk because it's 0% sugar. It does say like requires added sugar in there. You really don't need it, honestly. You've touched your eye, chef, and you've worked with chilies, and now we're excruciation pain with your eye.